So today we will do this Datejust. You could see it. Sharp enough, I can zoom. So the case is not that bad, a bit rounded here. So we will start with the welding. I could explain there a few things. Not too much to weld, but a few dents here. Yeah, the inside look here. Nothing too bad. Wait, I will try to switch. Is it possible to? Actually, I've nuked the chat. Willkommen im Livestream. So we will go to first to weld. So we will weld the few edges as I said before. So we will go here through my workshop. Oh, Seattle. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. So this case is quite earlier one. So I will use the 360 16L steel. Wire size is 0.2 millimeter. The settings might be interesting for a few people, so I will show them. Wait. I hope. You can see my settings. It's power is how much force, the time, how long the laser point is on the welding, the spot size, and the frequency. And yeah, I think this will weld 316L on my laser quite well. Maybe I will go here on 2.4 and one down. Let's see how the welds will work. So I will now only weld the small dings here. Uh, Here is missing also a lot of material in the inside look. What is the brand and power of your laser? I actually have no clue how much power it has. Something, but the brand is Electro Laser. It's MS35. So I don't know if you see it, but you can see on the look, I get it sharper, that how much is missing here. You see from the inside? This is typical for a steel bracelet that is long on the watch, just like a chip. There. That's why also the look looks thin. It's not from the outside, it's from the inside. Actually, I know which model from what time has what steel. It's Rolex is very easy because Rolex has only two different types of steel. So the 94L and the 316L. And this is just what year of production you are using 360L or 9 or 4L. Also, on welding, you will feel immediately if you have the correct steel or not. If you look here on the welding, what I did actually already did, it's super shiny. You can see it's just like it's polished. There's no corrosion or something. So the steel welds perfectly with the ground material. If you have the wrong steel, it would look way different because both materials, they need to mix in the weld, and you will feel with a bit of experience, you will feel immediately if there's the wrong steel. A wrong steel will give a horrible end product because you will see it. Let's zoom out. Sure, with argon. It's not possible to weld without argon. I would explain about the lapping machine later. Just control the welds. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So this was the boring part, because I can't talk a lot when I'm concentrating on the machine. About the lapping machines, I will show my machine in a second. Wait, I will close. Here you can see the argon. I have a couple of different argons, so I'm using the 99.99% argon for platinum, titanium, sometimes for gold. Then I have the 97 argon. This works fine on steel. So each material has different argon on welding. About the lapping machines, yeah. First thing I think is lapping has nothing to do so much with machinery. It has to do something with experience and practice, because when I'm using my lapping machine here, and I will show on videos often that I'm very controlled, but when I'm working on very difficult watches, I will stand more like this on the table. I will have my lens, and then I stand like this, and we do a lot of things by hand. And at the end, it doesn't matter what machine you are using. It has to do with something with experience of pressure and angles you can control by hands. And if you are used to your machine, you know exactly how much force the disc will give. And a lot. What is very difficult is to control the pressure of each case, what goes onto the disc. And this makes a very huge difference. If you are, if you know what you are doing, you will grind very carefully with, let's say, 7,000 grit, and you go slow by steps. And I think everybody could build a machine very easily. You just need to buy yourself a motor and a spindle and go to a good turning firm and make your own discs. It's just a disc grinder that can go very slow. It's nothing so complicated. More complicated is the accuracy of the tables and the tools you are using. But at the end, I think the rumor is that lapping machine won't make you a great will bring you a great result, because at the end of the day it has really to do a lot of with practice. You need to do some cases many times to get a great finish. And then also papers. I don't know how many papers I tried in my life, but to find a good brand for each grid, this is also very difficult, because you have many brands in the world for sandpapers or lapping papers. Me, for example, I hate 3M and I hate those new they call it lapping films. Wait, I have papers here. Those ones. And they have plastic rounds, and it's very strange paper. I don't like to work with them, but many people do. So at the end of the day, you need to find the right paper that works for you. So that's about the lapping machine. You can see the other parts, they're also not so bad. So we weld the case, the small dicks and dents, and I will start to control or just to restore the inside lugs. I welded all of them because there was missing most of the materials. So here I'm using always my very small belt grinder, what is actually a very cool machine. It has not so much force, but it's quite very accuracy, and you can go here inside the lugs. But I see that I forgot to put a new belt on it. I'll quickly change it. More light. It's quite cool. It's from SIA. They produce exactly those belts in 1 meter length and 1 centimeter width. So I don't need to cut them by myself, what makes my life way easier. So I will now refinish or restore the inside lugs that we welded. So here I will go like this from that side and from this side like that, and just cut off or flattening the inside lugs, the material that I brought onto this watch case. will show it here in the light. So you can see now the inside looks are flat again. If you watch the part on the welding, there was missing the whole edge here. So we got them back very flat and nice. I will now first do the back side because here it's also the welds, so we will flat it. I think here on this case I will use a regular method. I will show you what is very common in every polishing firm. Actually, this is also the standard from Rolex. It's the regular finish how you're doing the backside. It's called a material that is artifacts. What I don't like too much on vintage cases usually because it's a modern material and it's not the look like they did it in the 70s. But this is artifacts. This is a bit rougher one, and I grinded the disc round. So if it's on the polishing wheel, you can see if it's round, you can go on the edge. If it's straight, doesn't work, because then you only grind with the edge. Makes no sense. You need to have a round wheel here. Then you can go through the whole loop. Round artifacts. Now we run it quite slow. It's now turning with 1000 RPM. Get it sharp. I will show later here in the good life set. I'm fine with that. As you can see here, I will not remove those marks. This is not my job is not to bring it back to the craziest condition in life, so regular refinish. So next step will be the case sides. Here I will start with just a regular belt signer, but I will use here a rubber wheel and we go for a 2000 grit. So the shape of the Datejust cases is always a bit rounded, so we can't lap it. So I will go like this on the wheel to get here a straight line. What's a shame? The refinish? You don't like it? Yeah, it would stay a bit longer because there's the welding. yeah, the machine is loud here. And actually I'm running slow the machine. I will show how we do it usually when I'm not on the mic, so I will have it a lot. It will be very loud. You are working with a lot less pressure and faster. So, quiet. I have an issue here on the case from the welding, so kommt immer wieder, hört sich so an, als würde der Stream mit einem Sound nicht hinterherkommen. Also ist meine Verbindung so dermaßen schlecht. Dabei ist es Glasfaser. Okay. Back to English. I do have here an issue, as you can see here. There the weld did a small hole. So always happen when you are welding, so that's why you pre-grind it and then you see the issue. So unfortunately I need to weld it again. So we go back again to the laser welder. Here we go. So if you're doing very huge surfaces on the restorations, for example, complete case sites or something, then this is the main work, because you will have those little pits or holes if you are welding very huge surfaces. You will have them a lot, so you always need to grind and then to rebuild it, and this makes a lot of work. As you can see here, there is it, and this always happens. So I will weld this point very quickly, just one dot, that's it, and then I could grind the surface, just this small spot again, and then I can go to the next step. So I didn't change the settings, so it's focusing. So there it is. That's it. I will show the settings again. We are on 1 kilowatt. Duration is 2.5. Spot size was 0.6 and frequency 6. Yeah, unfortunately again this machine a bit loud. I will do it. Fine. So in all of my videos, I always show that I like to do the second step by hand. Same here. I have grinded it with the grid 2000. And it was a used belt, so it has maximum the power of 3000 or something between 3000 and 4000 grit. So it was not a very rough finish here for what we have now from the machine. But I like to do the last grinding steps always by hand. So I will take here 7000 and 5000. So we'll start with the 5000, and this is very quick because you're just breaking the lines and the swirls here. As you can see, it's already like polished, yeah? There. And we haven't touched the polishing wheel yet, so there are no scratches or something. Actually, you could also leave it like that, yeah? It has still a vintage look. Could be also a possibility, but we will go here ahead with 7000, and then we will do a very quick, very soft polishing, just to give it a bit more shine here. I have, this is industrial pâté super finition. You can use it also for finishing movement parts or something. It's polishing paste, quite expensive, but this is way better than to put oil on this paper, because it has a different finish than we use oil. And we'll give here a already finished side, just using the 7000 1000 grit sandpaper here, and as you can see, all the polishing paste turned here in the metal color, so the last particles really covered it. So we will clean it, and I will show you the surface is already finished here. And we didn't polish anything yet on the wheel. Yeah, I think also it's looking great. We could leave it like that, but oh yeah, with hand you can do everything. Sure, but the crisp line we will control over the top, not over the side here. Or we are here also crispy, yeah, because we have lapped this edge here, and we welded all those dents here. Difficult by hand, yeah. I'm working a lot by hand. There, I like to do, for example, this you can also do on the machine, but I think hand has sometimes a bit more control, and I love to do this work by hand. And for me, it's also quicker because I just take the paper and then I feel the pressure. It's way quicker than when I'm using a machine and then I have to put paper on it or something. This is just very quick here. But here I see also something. There was still a mark that I should remove, not with 5000. So again, here I'm breaking the lines. I don't know if you see it here on the camera. Get it? It's getting sharp enough. If you now look carefully, you could see the very, very slight marks of the. Here you can see it better, but this is only because the light. It's like I grinded it like in this way, so the light comes from up. If you see, if I just break it, it's away. So these are not the flaws, but here you can see them. We are just removing these marks, and no point to wet sand. I will wet sand later on the 7000. Yeah, you could do also 5000 of wet sanding, but I'm never using just water. I'm always using some compound or oil. I don't like to grind too much on oil or water. I'm always using some polishing pastes. They have some or diamond paste. I'm also working a lot with diamond paste, especially on gold. Oil, I don't think on modern papers they don't bring too much on metal. On lacquer it's something different, but on metal I think the compounds, polishing compounds, they are better than oil or water. So we are here on 5000, done, and we go back to the 7000. Here it is, 7000. So, yeah. think this is great. I will use now again this quite expensive Pâté Super Finition. It's a polishing paste for hand polishing paste where you can also doing movement parts. And I will just drop here a few drops. And then using the used 7000 grit sandpaper. That's it. Just clean it. And also this side, super shiny. Eh? So I will do here a polishing of the sides. Oh, actually, I'm also like to work on movements, but first, my channel, I think there are not enough people who show movement work, and then for me it's very difficult to show their things because I'm certified by a few brands and they are very, very strict with the movement works. You have to do exactly it in a way they like to have it done. So no, I don't want to risk anything there, so I will leave the movement works for other people. But in my daily work, I do have a master watchmaker who is working also for me in a different room here. So he's doing a lot of movement work, so I have more time for case and bracelet work. But I think 30% of my time I'm working, of course, also on movements. So I love to work on movements. This is a part of a watchmaker that it's. I learned it to work on movements, but at the end, I love to reshape the cases. It's really a passion also for me. So I will now quickly do the case sides here. I just have turned 150 millimeter very soft wheel, and it will get loud now. So I will turn it now on 3000 RPM just to give it a very, very short clean. And it's always a good idea to have a vacuum cleaner. I have everywhere vacuum cleaners because to keep everything clean, very important. So I cleaned the wheel and brought a few new lines here out. So I will quickly take them away here. As you can see, they will only disturb. And I will go here. This machine is a very, very simple one, old one, the Polier Boy. Somebody always they ask me why it's here loser or loser, but it's VLS Loser. It was a brand a long time ago, and the Polier Boy is actually the Polier the polishing motor is very strong and very, very well because you can just keep it running the whole day and it will never stop. So but my motor here only has 1,500 and 3,000. So I will go on also the slower thing, and I'm using here the white MPS 61S polishing compound, industrial one. So this is working fine here for the metal. Also, we don't need too much because the polishing will go very, very quick. You will be shocked how quick we do it now. That's it. Yeah, only the final touch. And this has to go very, very quickly because we don't want to round anything there. It's just for the shine of the case sides. Just that they look a bit more shiny than with the hand polishing. It's just for the end look. It has, we are not removing nothing. Just for the look. So I will go now here on this machine to do the horns. And I will do the horns with my first wheel in my life, what I constructed. The very, very first wheel I ever did in my life. So this wheel is actually, it's a wheel for, I don't know, for a desk or something. So this was the first time I only looked for Shore 70. So I went to so many stores to find something that is Shore 70. So I found this wheel, and this wheel is at least 12 or maybe also 14 years old. And I flatted it by hand with a knife or something. It's not running straight, nothing. But I'm working on this wheel for 14 or 12 or 14 years. So I'm so used to it that I still like to do every horn on this wheel with this super old 4-jaw chuck with a very simple, absolutely not accurate, self-turned aluminium attachment here. So, yeah, ich bin aus Deutschland, ja. So we will do the horns. They are very simple here because we don't have any chamfer, so we will just go like this way, but with Shore 70 wheel and sandpaper. So what I never show on the video is how I'm moving with the body. So actually I think this is the most important because you need to stand on the machine and then you moving your whole body to the side. Just to stay stable, yeah? This. So I will show. On the wheel now is 220 sandpaper. Wait, what we did here. As you can see here, we get it slowly back to shape. I corrected now the surface, that the surface is just homogeneous, because here you can see it has some fallout from former polishing, and we are now back from here till the end flat and just in the original dimension. So I will go here just a little bit faster. Okay, the horns. As you can see here, I'm not happy because this will take now too much time. But here you can see from the weld that it goes here up, and here is missing on this horn this line. So actually now back to zero. I need to weld here this line of this horn, just weld one straight line, then refinish again this side here, just from the front, doing the whole process what we have side, and then do this horn again. So sometimes frustrating, but this is the progress. I didn't saw it that it will go here inside and that it's missing here too much. I could now do, if I'm very lazy and I don't want to do great work, I just go in a not correct angle and put it here the whole material away. But this makes no sense. It's should look like that. So what is missing, the last step here on these cases, is the tip and Here it has a chamfer, and what those models have, and this I will show, they have an inside chamfer, and I will show you how you do it. This is very cool, because most of the very exclusive brands, they have here an inside chamfer that goes from here, inside loop, to there. So we will now quickly do the, I will only work on this side, because here, as I explained, I need to weld here again, and doing this side again. So we will do this side to end it, and we will do now the tip and backside chamfer and inside chamfer. So the tip on these watches are super easy. Yeah? I will not use this grid here, so I will use a different wheel here. This is 320 grid. And to do the tip here, it's just one small push on it. One small push. That's it. So we did here the downside tip, very small, just to do this right. And now the backside chamfer is also done on the belt side, but here I'm using a way smaller wheel, so it's also rubber. And again, 2000 grit belt. Now I will recut here this down chamfer. So this goes very, you need to be very quick. That's it on this belt, and now we will switch here on a quite harder rubber wheel. So this is Shore 90, so very hard rubber with 7000 grit sandpaper on it. So it won't take a lot of material away. I only give it more facets. I hope you can see it in the lights. So we did here very tiny down chamfer. Very small. And the inside chamfer, you can do it in many ways, but I like to do it in this way. moving like that. Kind of tricky, very tricky technique, but it works. I hope you could see it in the light. Is it visible? Yeah, I think so. Inside chamfer. So I think I'm now 70 minutes. I will do this maybe in another stream. I think this will take too long. So I will stream again and will show you the backside and the bezel as well. There I can explain a few things. Yeah, oh yes, I could do a lot on this bezel. That's Mamatzav Nukva. Yeah, I speak a lot of languages, so here this bezel is not a fluted one. It's a bit different, different shape. So we will lap those things on a lapping machine, and also lap this surface, and we will lap also the upper surface. So greets back to Norway. So I think this is too bad if I'm doing it this now quickly, because this bezel it will turn out very, very beautiful. Hey, back to Brazil. I will do it in a second stream, maybe maybe Sunday. It might be great. So I will be back on Sunday and doing those two parts, and will show also the finish of this beautiful case. I will wait later here this and just finish this surface, and then I will go to bed. It's already after 10. So thanks for watching, and I will be back on Sunday. Bye bye.